Okay, is this good for everybody? Whoops, guess not. Oh man, what did I do? That's all right. You can hear me. Yes. The two pieces I'm going to read are pieces that I actually experienced a series of events that led to this. And I'm not going to spend any more time announcing, I'm just going to get into it. The first piece is called Opening Up to Life. Opening up to life, extraordinary it can be, never knowing when or where that blossoming effect will appear, sharing those colorful petals for all to see and hopefully benefit from the gracious floral smell of cultural differences. At lunch today, I was eating and taking in the lives of life only a few feet away, so enjoying each other's smiles and laughter exuding to all around. Together, this group of 20 or so, a true family at heart. Upon starting to leave, a gentleman from this group passed my table, smiled, and asked, "How was my day?" It was easy to respond, and I in turn asked him. A religious group they were, from all around this country of ours, California, Colorado, further east and south as well. Outreach they did to those in need. Having met each other at a conference a year or so ago, working together and bonding, they so needed to meet again and share, keeping open the camaraderie started that year or so before, and here they were. I shared some of my feelings, mentioning not being a person of religion, but having a loving outreach to those cultures of differences, wanting our world to be a better place now and for those to come. In total agreement we were. Introducing ourselves we did with a warm shaking of hands, and then they were gone. Upon leaving the restaurant, I so cherished what had just happened. I actually met a gentleman of faith that differed from me, and me from him, but our outreach together had worked. I had tears in my eyes thinking if only it was this easy to stop the killing and raping. Then thought, maybe it is. Thoughts of goodness, regardless of culture, are with us all. Thank you. This next piece, I actually wrote yesterday and finished this morning, and it was in regard to an incident that I will mention in the piece. It's entitled, "The Lion to Remember." Wandering through this world of time and place, I desire to broaden my spectrum of seeing, understanding, and accepting. It seems to change positively for me as days go by. Judging this art show I did several days ago, seeing the diverse imagery from abstracts to realism, opened me up that day to an advancement of spirit. Many awards were given that day, and I was the chooser. I pushed further myself to go beyond mere likes and dislikes, knowing full well there was more that I had to pull from deep within. Every and anything is such a mind-expanding experience if only we, the people of this world, could sever those rhetoric ties that bind us to preventing a creative living we so righteously deserve, mentally and or physically. I do not want to feel this stringent lack of moving forward. Acceptance without questioning here and there spirals us to continue into the void we are in today. As I walked into this art showing, I immediately was drawn to viewing the many works, from drawings to paintings of various mediums. I saw quickly a dynamic painting, but realized I had to keep myself open to all of the displayed works before making choices. Viewing all works, 2 hours it took, and then the choices were mine to make. For me, best of show was not difficult in choosing. The painting was semi-abstract, but the subject was recognizable. A lion's head it was, including a background of nature's colors somewhat loosely applied. At the top of the painting was a raining of dark blue dribbles coming down onto the lion. I saw this as nature unknowingly stating the horrendous possibility of exterminating this beautiful species in the not-too-distant future. I thought back several weeks ago here at the Howland. Paula Barry had given a moving presentation on the possible extinction of the African cheetah. A statement needed to be heard around our world. Upon hearing her delivery, I thought back a year or so, I had written a poem on this incredible species, the fastest mammal on Earth. When viewing the lion painting, I first absorbed the artistic skills needed to render this best of show. Everything worked extensively in this creative piece. It wasn't until later that the tie with the cheetah, the possible extinction, opened me to see and feel more strongly about this lion painting. An explosive thought came upon me as if a shooting star flying the darkened sky above entered my being, pushing me to acknowledge further the necessity of caring for other creatures of our existence. The nature of these thinkings has always been with me, but never so underscored as this. The opening up of myself to myself is a value I was always cherish. Thank you.